Hello, I'm Ejecta1, and welcome back to the Survival Let's Play series. And in today's video, we are going to be starting off with the Garden of Trident. And if you don't know what the Garden of Trident is, it is essentially my version of Stampy's Lovely Garden, if you're familiar with that. And in this episode, we are going to be adding. Now it's getting a little bit bigger, which is really good. I'm hoping to get farther. I think in the future episodes, I'll probably start off in. Ooh, there's a big cave down there. I think in a future episode, I think in the future episodes, I will start doing inside the Garden of Trident. But yeah, in this episode, we are going to be adding Trix ZXQ, and now I have already added Cubus because Cubus got this too. But at the end of my last video, I put in a secret code word. And that code word was cheese, and he simply put, I love cheese. So, Trix ZXQ, if you're watching this, here's your sign, here's your tree, and welcome to the Garden of Trident. And Cubus also did, and It's Cubus did also put a thing here, but Cubus does already have a sign here. He has been commenting a lot, and he does help out a lot, so hi Cubus, I know you're watching. And so now I will also go ahead and get on with today's video. Now today's video, and I will also answer a question that I know Cubus has been getting at, and as well as a few other people in the comments. So, wait. Let me go back up. Now, I know some people have been asking me to do some interior work. Cubus has been very adamant that it looks very plain. It looks very, and some people think my building skills are terrible, and yeah, they kind of are. They're not the greatest. Well, at least right now, because see, the idea of this base is that it's meant to be simplistic. You know, it's not meant to be something super complicated or something super crazy detailed. It's meant to just inspire people to go build their own things. Or it's like, you don't need to use all sorts of crazy blocks to build what you want to build in this world, or to build in your world, or whatever you want to do. And yeah, just you can take the most basic of blocks and build something still really cool out of it. And yeah, and just because wood is like the easiest to get in this, so this base was originally meant to be like a few builds here and there, and then that was gonna be it. And eventually, it just sprawled into this gigantic conglomerate house. It kind of reminds me of the Bourdain house, if you're familiar with that. Oh, almost spoiled it. You might have just seen it, but I have been working on a little bit of interior stuff, and one thing I've been working on is a giant face of myself, and I figured that I think it'd be kind of cool, because then we know exactly whose base it is. It's not finished yet. I'm working on the frame for it, but as you can see, it does represent my my beautiful face pretty accurately. I think I even managed to get the ears in, but well, actually, I think I'm missing a couple of stone blocks. Do I have them in my inventory? I do not. Yeah, but I just noticed that. But yeah, it's pretty accurate. It's pretty close. And the mouth is indented a little bit. That's just because I don't have an acacia forest nearby. So otherwise I would use the acacia for the mouth, but I just used the depth perception for it. So now it just looks like I have an open mouth. Me and my big mouth, I guess. But yeah, another thing I've been working on is I have been working on adding a little bit of trim using birch strip logs actually. And I think it looks pretty nice. You guys let me know what you think. I tried using the oak, but it just blends in with the wall too much. I mean, it does blend with the floor, but I just think it's a little bit better that way. But yeah. And I did have some people asking me to put some spruce in. And the thing is that I don't actually have a spruce forest nearby. Not one that I found yet anyways, so I think in the future, if I do find some spruce, I will add it. But for right now, I'm just working with what I have. But yeah. But maybe in a future episode we'll find that. I mean, there is an episode planned where we're gonna go look for a village, but for right now, and I know it looks very plain and it's lacking in details and such, and I do have plans actually to add some details in here, which I think is gonna look really cool once I do it. But actually, I will say that in a future episode, I won't be able to. Well, what am I saying? In a future episode, I will actually be. So in the next few episodes, I think this might be the last episode in here in phase 1. Second to last episode actually, because the next episode I think will be the interiors, or not interiors but exteriors, because I want to get that finished. So this will probably be the last episode in here with building, and then then over time I will come in here and I will add details and such. But yeah, but it's not that I'm not gonna add details. I will. It's just I do need to go find more blocks and stuff for it, and plus we actually went over the number of episodes I want to spend working on this base and getting it done. So I really want to wrap this up because I do want to do some other stuff with this world before the world download at episode 50. But yeah. But another thing I've been working on, which you might be able to see at the top of my screen, if I go up here, maybe you can see it now. I have been working on the dome. And actually, let me go take a look down there. I think it looked better there. Sorry if I'm just talking a lot, guys. I'm not really building right now, but just going to show a progress update. It's not fully done. I have been smelting up some glass to finish it. And I think it should be done by now. And there are dirt blocks for scaffolding, but that's just a necessary thing. But yeah, we are getting close to the end of working on the phase 1. So I have been working on So I have been starting to add in glass, because I don't like to add glass to a build until like it's fully done. Just because if I change my mind about where things are going to go, then I don't run into that issue. Yeah, I think in this episode... Oh, and I'm pretty sure you guys also saw in mention of the exterior workings. I have actually been working on this part, and this will be part of the next episode, where we start working on the exterior, and that will be the last episode for phase 1 of the base. And I will do some detail off camera in between episodes, but again, I do want to move on to other things. I'm pretty sure you guys would like to see me do some other builds and not just the base. And plus, like I said, the base will be done in phases, so yeah. But now, I think I need that. Let me get to the other side of this. Yeah, so hopefully you guys are into that, and hopefully you guys stick around to see what I come up with next. And I'm pretty sure for some people that have stuck around, I'm pretty sure you've heard me mention a type of Funland style idea, and that is kind of what we'll be working on next. So yeah, hopefully you guys stay tuned for that. Where is my bed? It is in the train station. And actually, I want to say it's done. We're actually... Well, the only thing that I have to finish is this, and this I'm trying to think of some kind of switching stations or switch operations area. At least that's kind of the plan. I mean, I might actually... What I'm thinking of doing is for phase 2 of the base, which is over where this hill will be, or this hill is right now, I might make a switching operations area just so I can go choose where I want to go. And then make this like a secondary station in my base because I'm just that rich, and yeah, I can build the 2-station thing if I want to. But yeah, I think that'd be a really cool idea. Now let's see. I don't know why I keep coming down here. I'll try to get this going. I did work on most of this dome because this does take a lot of glass, and I don't even know if the glass I have will be enough to finish it. But we're going to try. And let's see. I need to go here. Try to be careful because this is kind of scary, not going to lie. And it did bring 2 stacks. I don't know if it'll be enough to finish. Let me just be very careful here. Yeah, like, it's not that I don't want to add details, guys. I will be adding details in the future. It's just been... I will be adding them in the future. I will actually be adding them off camera because, again, I want to move on to much more, to other projects that I think will... Because, I mean, I don't know if you guys are getting bored with me building the base a little bit. I know it's, like, kind of monotonous seeing the same exact build over and over and over again. So I would like to try and find other things to build. So yeah. But that doesn't mean I won't be coming in here and working on it. That just means I will be working on it in the background. So yeah. And then I think that'll become apparent when I go to do the world tour. Like, I'll definitely show it off. But yeah, hopefully you guys are okay with that. I know it's kind of like, oh, I'm leaving you guys like in mystery of what it will look like when the details are fully finished, but I don't know. I don't know. I just, again, I want to move on to other builds and do some other fun things. Not just building one giant base, because otherwise we'd be here forever. And I don't want to have a gray beard by the time I'm done with this base. Right now, I think what we can do. I think we'll go up one more block. Right, let's place that. I mean, there might be a spruce forest over there, I think. I might have seen something like that, but I don't know. But that does mean that, well, actually, since the next episode will be focusing on the exterior, I think my plan for content wise is actually going to be where, yeah, I think my idea for the next so the plan for the next few episodes, I think, is going to be where, so the next episode will be exteriors. I want to get that done, and now because the exteriors will kind of round off the actual base. Right, so that'll mostly finish off the base. To get the exteriors done. That way it can look like a really good base on the outside, because it looks really good from the outside, even with just the wood, but right now it's just kind of relying on the shapes, and I'll add some different colors and stuff. But yeah, we will be adding detail to the exterior, and then I think the episode after that is one that something that people like Cubus have been waiting on, which is the going to look for a village episode, because I need to go find a village desperately. But yeah, and then after that we'll probably be working on and then from there until episode 50 we will be working on the Funland. I don't know what to I'm not sure what to call it. If you guys have any suggestions for a name what we can call it, I don't want to call it just Eject's Funland. I was thinking like Eject's Wonderland or something like that, but I'm not sure. It sounds too close to Stampy's thing, and I'm not trying to copy Stampy one to one. That's not the intent. That's never been the intent. I do take inspiration from Stampy. Just answer that question. I do take some inspiration, but I prefer I want to take my own kind of route. Like, and I know the base is kind of basic. I will keep circling on this statement, but I know it's a very basic base, a base that's very basic, but I do that, and I actually do that intentionally because I want this base to be something that inspires you guys to go, build your own bases and things of that nature. So if it looks a little basic right now, or if it looks a little basic, again, that's just the intent behind is that I just want to give you guys some kind of inspiration, like, oh, because there's people that build like really crazy builds, super big, fancy schmancy builds, and I like those builds. I like those creators. They're definitely inspiring, but I do know that for some people, or for a lot of people actually, it could be actually very overwhelming to, like, I do know it could be actually very overwhelming to see someone build something really big and think that, oh, like Corrales, like Corrales is a really good builder, but you know, like a lot of people might not have time or they might not have the energy to be like, oh, I can never build something like that. And it's like, no, you can. You just got to take one day at a time. And so that's kind of what this has been. Like, every video you see is like, I've been uploading like every single day for like since the 9th of January, which is insane which I will say that we are actually right on the cusp of hitting 200 subscribers. We're at that tipping point, which I don't know what I'll do I don't know if I'll do a special. I think I will. Something small, something to acknowledge it. Because it's actually insane how fast we've grown, which I can't thank all of you enough for that. Just in case you guys don't watch the next episode, or if you watch this episode, definitely 100% thank you for, the support throughout at least the month. You guys are crazy. And, hopefully we get to 300 by the end of it, or by the end of this month. Maybe by the end of this month, or maybe by, sometime next month. I don't know. Again, the growth is just absolutely insane. But yeah, hopefully I can continue to inspire you guys to, build your own things. And, if you guys if you guys have builds you like to show off to me or so, or if you have artwork or such, I'd love to see them if you send them over to my Twitter. It's definitely one way to have deeper interaction with me over on the internet, if you want to. Like, maybe you guys get inspired by a build that you see me build, and you're like, oh, this is what I would do, or this is what I would do differently. It's like that's awesome. That's what I want to see. That, like, I don't want people to just copy me 1-to-1 or be like, oh, this is so terrible and such. Like, I get that the builds I'm making are terrible, and it's like, and I am like, I don't want to say I'm a professional builder, but I am really good at building. Actually, it's just my method for approach for this base has actually been, woo, that's kind of a long, big drop. But so my focus with this base right now is to kind of take it from an approach of, like, just start with the how can I say this? My approach to this base has basically been to start with the main structure. So the oak wood has been the main structure for this. So all I'm doing is I'm just focusing on the main aspect of the build, which is just get the structure in, and then eventually I can go back and refill it with. Eventually I can go back and cover it with exterior, then I can go and fill in interior and such like that. So, like, just get the main stuff done, and then I can work on the interior. And that's really just been the main goal of this the entire time. Like, it's not the most detailed, it's not the most pretty looking thing, but it looks really good. But I think structurally it looks really good, and once I bring the exterior and interior details, it'll look even better. And now that looks really good, I think. But let me see. Maybe I can jump up here. Yeah, that looks really good. Maybe I can get my screen. Well, I'll get my screenshot after this video, but I think that'll be the screenshot. But I'll have to take out the dirt blocks off camera and such. But yeah, like I said, guys, like, I'm not trying to be super complicated with this stuff. I'm not trying to add. I mean, I'll add detail off camera, because the next episode will be the exterior detail, and then after that we'll go look for then after that episode we'll go look for a village, which that might take a couple episodes maybe, depending how far out it is. And then in the next few episodes and then over the next few episodes up until the world download, and beyond the world download, actually, we'll be working on a Funland. And I think after that, I think after a while of getting bored of that, we'll work on phase 2 and 3 of this base. Because if I haven't mentioned before, this base, like, this is only phase 1. This whole thing is just phase 1. So, like, there's going to be at least 2 more phases to it. And I'm hoping you guys will stick around, subscribe, and watch to the end of that. Oh, no thanks. Yeah, we're not going to go that way. I was going to, but never mind. But, yeah. And while I'm doing this, I'm going to go ahead and cap this off. because it just makes a lot more sense. And that would just help keep mobs from, well, two block tall mobs from getting in there. But yeah. But for the most part, this base, the interior, I mean, again, there's things like this that I do need to work on. This room I have a plan for. I just have to get it all squared away to do so. But see, this is what I mean. Like, I'm more focused on the structure. I'm not worried about the details just yet. I want to get it mainly built and then go back and detail the insides. So that is more or less the plan with this place. So yeah. Like, if you guys think it's so under detail, I mean, I appreciate the feedback and I appreciate the suggestions. You know, it's definitely not going to go unnoticed. And I will say that I do try to read all comments. I might not respond to every single one, but I definitely do see them, and I do try to read them. There is a lot, and yeah. Yeah, that's just what's been going on lately. So, like, and yeah, you might see me react to your comment. I may not always respond, but I'll definitely react to it if I see it. I'll add a door there. And I did also add some glass there. I've been going around adding glass. Now, some people might think that, oh, you should add glass panes. No. See, because of the exterior detail, because I'll be adding that, I feel like it'd be too much depth for these walls. Because these are basically interior walls. I mean, they'll be part of the exterior too, but it would just add too much depth to this. And it'd be unnecessary. So that's why I've been doing mainly glass blocks. Even though I would probably do a lot more with glass panes. And I think I should probably fill that in with slabs. But I think that is probably have to do it for today's episode, guys. We are going a little bit over time. Sorry if it's more of a talky episode, not really a building episode. And I know, and again, I know it is lacking in detail. I probably will add this trim here. But you guys let me know if you think this is a good idea or not. This is birch. This is actually birch logs, like strip birch logs, which I think looks pretty good. Again, I would have went with the oak ones, but they blend with the walls too much. So I think it's a nice little touch of detail, just a little bit. But anyways, guys, I hope you like. But yeah, let me know what you think about that, and I hope to see you guys in the next episode. And yeah, I hope you guys had a wonderful day. And if you didn't, I hope I made it just a little bit. Let me get the axe out of my hand. That's just rude. But yeah, anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. And until my next video, guys, I hope you enjoyed it, and hope you have a wonderful day. And if you didn't have such a wonderful day, hopefully I made it a little bit better. Let me know if I did. And yeah, and like I said, we were right around the corner from 200 subscribers. By the way, guys, let me know what you think I should do for 200 subs. I'm not too sure. It would probably be something small. Something small. I'm not gonna put something in the museum. The museum, I'm gonna save a spot for the 1,000 subscriber special. Because that's the next major milestone. But yeah, guys. Hopefully you liked this episode. It's more of a talky episode, but hopefully you enjoyed it. And until my next video, guys, have a wonderful day. And until my next video, guys, this is Eject1, and you have been ejected.